Hey everyone, lesson 2-1 today. 2 and 5 as factors. So students will be able to use patterns in order to multiply by 2 and 5. So you're going to use your counting numbers today. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. And then for 5s, we know our 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on. Okay? So we should be familiar with a lot of these. So our solve and share. Each chicken has 2 legs. How many legs are in their groups of 9 chickens? Show how you decided. Well, first, when it says the number of chickens here, we know it's going to go up to 9, it said. All right, we know that from group of 9 chickens. So let's go up to 9 and get that filled in. All right, let's see if that makes sense, to see if there's 9 little cubes here to fill in. Then the other important information here, it says each chicken has 2 legs. Okay, so number of legs, we're going to count up by 2s. 2, 4, 6, and I'll let you keep going, and then you'll get your final answer here. So when you get down here, you'll know how many legs 9 chickens have. So make sure you circle your answer. All right. You can pause this at any time as you go through. Try and do it on your own, and then hear what I have to say. All right. So the notes. How can you use patterns to multiply by 2 and 5? Well, here they show you the skip counting over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. You can use doubling to find the number of socks in 7 pairs. 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay. Here I'm going to look at socks. All right. So there's 7 pairs of socks. The thing about socks is socks have 2 socks in a pair. All right. It's just like shoes. So if I have 7 pairs, that means I'm counting by 2s. 2, 4, third pair would give me 6, fourth pair would be 8, fifth pair 10, sixth pair 12, and then the 7th pair would be 7 times 2 to give me 14. So depending on how many pairs there are, that would multiply by 2 because there's 2 socks. So there are 14 socks and 7 pairs. Now when they show you 5, they're talking about gloves. 7 times 5. Well, they're getting 7 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gloves. Where they're getting the 5 from is there's 5 fingers on each glove. So here we're going to count up by 5s along the way. All right. 1 glove would give you 5 fingers. 2 gloves would give you 10. All the way down till we get to 35. 7 gloves gives us 35. All right. 35 fingers on 7 gloves. Okay. Now, to convince me, I would pause the video here, try and do it on your own, and then put me back on. So it says use doubling, skip counting, or patterns to answer these questions. Well, how many socks are in 9 pairs? Well, socks, that's the key word here. So I'm going to underline that. And here, if I know there's 9 pairs, that means I'm doing 9 times socks come in a pair of 2. So 9 times 2. And I'll get my answer. And then for 10 pairs, I'm going to do 10 times 2 to get my answer. Okay. For the bottom here, it says how many fingers are on 9 gloves. Well, I keep my 9, right? I have 9 gloves. And I think, well, fingers, we're talking 5 here. So now I'm skip counting by 5s. So try and get your answer there. Just keep extending it. Follow the pattern up here. 8 times 5 would give me 40, so 9 times 5 gives me, and just keep going. And then 10 times 5, because it says 10 gloves, and I'll let you fill that out there. All right. Now, another example. This I've talked about this year, the words multiples, okay? Multiples are your counting numbers, all right? They're the product of a number and a whole and another whole number. Multiples of 2 and 5 have a pattern. So look at this pattern very carefully. You're going to see 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You see that they're all even, but where the multiples are going to end, whether they're 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, doesn't matter. It can keep going. The ones place value is either going to be a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 if you're multiplying by 2. It's going to end in one of those numbers, all right? You're never going to see an odd number as part of the ones place value, all right, if you're multiplying by 2. Here for 5, there's another pattern, all right? So anything times 0 is obviously 0, but then 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 5, 10. So when you keep going up, you see it's alternating in the ones place value, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5. So multiples of 5 end in a 0 or 5. It's never going to end in any other type of number in the ones place value, okay? Big things to remember here, and we'll talk about these. Now, freeze with the guided practice, try and do it on your own, or once you're done that, then click on and continue the video. So number 1 says, explain how you can use doubling to find 2 times 8. Well, 2 times 8 means there's 2 groups, right? So in a sense, you're doubling 8. You're doing 8 plus 8. You're just doubling it, and that's how you're getting 16 as your answer. Number 2, it says, Bert says 2 times 9 is 19. How can you use pattern to show that Bert is wrong? Well, anything times 2 is going to end in that 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, right? So if this ends in a 9 for 19, it can't. It will never end in a 9 because they are even. Anything times 2 is going to give you an even number. All right, for the guided practice over here, 2 times 4, well, they help you over here. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, add 2 more, 2 times 4 is 8, add 2 more. All right, you're counting up by 2s. And then here, 8 times 2. We'll count in your head, keep going. Well, 2 times 5 would give me 10, 2 times 6 would 12, 2 times 7 would 14, 2 times 8 would give me 16. And then here, they want you to count by 5s. So count by 5s to get you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. If you've got to use your fingers at the beginning, that's okay, all right? 5 times 8 is 40. So what I want you to do for the rest of the time on math, try the independent practice. Continue on 43 and 44. Do 6 through 20 even, all right? So problem 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Get those done. We'll go over them tomorrow, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.